You want to make sure it's the right decision. So, you know, it's been fun and exciting. It's been tiresome at times. But, man, most of all, when I look at all this, I just say, man, I'm blessed. And I take it from that. It's my time. It's my season. I've been telling people I've been walking in my manifestation. So everything has been great, man. I can't complain at all.
Deontay, man, you know I care about you a lot. I look up to you. When I heard what was going on, I said, first LeBron James leaves Cleveland, now this. Don't leave me, Deontay. What went into the decision to you know, the decision that you made? Was it money? Was it family, loyalty, all of the above? Where were you going as far as the, you know, the mental state?
Yeah, Sharon, for real, most definitely, man. It was all of the above, you know. When I think about myself, I just think about all the hard work I've put into this in my entire career, from, you know, from where I started, from how I started, to where I am now, and where I'm telling myself where I'm about to go, you know. When I look at my situation, look at my career, man, it's always been about me. It's always been about I had to promote myself. I had to get myself out there. I had to keep winning. I got to keep knocking guys out. I'm the one that have to raise my profile. I'm the one that had to take less offers and stuff. It's always seemed like I was the one that have to do everything. And now in my career, it's me that I'm betting on myself. I'm taking charge of my own career. You know, and there's nothing wrong with a person betting on himself. I'd rather bet on myself than put my faith in the hands of someone else that I don't know where my career may end up in. But I know if I bet on myself, I know I can dictate everything. I run everything. I'm the boss of everything, and that's the reason I chose the decision that I chose.
Let me tell you.
Let's talk about that. You know, we don't know what was in the contract. We do know the rumors. 120 million, 40 for 80 million for two Joshua fights, and then 40 million for two fights that may or may not have included Dominic Breazeale. I'm sure the first one would have been Dominic Breazeale over on DAZN. So, you know, a lot of people are like, how the fuck could you turn down all that money? But in a way, listen, you may call it stupid. I wouldn't have advised my fighter if it was. I mean, see, there's so many variables. We don't know what Showtime has in store for him. We don't know the details of that contract. And what really, for example, how big can Joshua Wilder be on pay-per-view here in the States? Is it a $1 million buy pay-per-view fight? And will they charge us $100 for it if it happens? Now, one of the biggest variables that matters, if not the biggest, is both of these fighters got to keep winning. Joshua's got to beat Big Baby Miller on June the 1st. Deontay Wilder's got to beat Dominic Breazeale on May the 18th. You know, in a 1 month span, less than a month, right? About a 1 month span, you're going to have May the 18th, Wilder versus Breazeale. June the 1st, Joshua versus Miller. And then June the 15th, Tyson Fury versus, which is close to be announced, Tom Schwartz. Oh, we're going to talk about that. It's supposed to be announced during, officially announced during this weekend's Top Rank on ESPN. Kubrat Pulev versus Borjan Dino. Right now, should have put the clock up there. Right now, it is 5:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, March the 22nd, 2019. I am TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. And frankly, listen, the people are not trying to hear it. We don't know what Showtime and Fox and now Haymon have together. Because as you can see, Showtime and Fox, they're all working together, you know, when it comes to boxing. You know, they're, you know, switching fighters around and everything. Right now, it's looking like Showtime is not getting a good end of things. Kind of like when PBC first started, where Showtime's schedule was, then the fighters ended up back on Showtime. It's looking like the same thing, but, you know, they're doing it more, you know, I like Showtime, their schedule may be, you know, lackluster now. But I'm thinking during the second half, we may see guys like Charlo's fight on Showtime. You know, one fight on Fox, one fight on Showtime. What if that's their deal, you know? But to get back to what I was saying about this whole $100 million or $120 million deal, hey, you know, this is some big shit right here. Because he's not Floyd Mayweather. And remember during the press conference, Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime Sports, kept talking about, you know, like the loyalty and how, you know, what if Mayweather, you know, didn't buy out his top rank contract for $750,000. is listen. That's tough, man. He's not Mayweather. You know, you can't keep selling that to every fighter. It's like, listen, you stay with us, turned in that money. You're going. I mean, look at the money Adrian Broner turned down from Rock Nation. In a way, he had to get that Pacquiao fight for them to make up for that old shit. You know, look at Andre Berto. Not saying that he was offered money from whoever, but look how he got paid back by Al Haymon by getting a Mayweather money grab. Al Haymon will take care of you. But in this case, my God, you know, like, turn it down that much money. But anyway, let's listen to some more of the interview. This is on the PBC on Fox YouTube page. And also, this was clipped from Inside PBC Boxing, which is a great show. I'll be behind on them, but I'm catching up. This is T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Let's go back and listen to a little bit more.
We've seen that in the NFL now, MLB, NBA, and now Showtime, man. Congratulations with that.
My man, thank you so much, brother.
Wilder, while getting into a fight now, would it be hard? Is it going to be hard not to let the emotions get the best of you when you fight Breazeale?
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but, you know, after my last fight, I let my emotions take the best of me, being all excited and everything. And so, you know, I didn't let that, you know, relieve me from my body has been flushed out of all the excitement and stuff. And with this fight, although the situation is very, very much so bad blood that deal with me and Breazeale, I'm definitely going to be able to compose myself in the ring.
The blood is bad, y'all. The blood's real bad.
Be able to do what I need to do come to fight night. You know, this is a very important fight for me and for my career. And looking forward, you know, to the future of things. So I'm definitely going to be able to handle business come May 18th.
Talking about the future, I hear you saying that you're betting on yourself. I do think that there was a real sense of hope, though, Deontay, that the competition between you, between Fury, between Joshua could really restore greatness to the heavyweight division. Do you feel that in any way with your decision we've taken a step further away from that happening? And do you feel a responsibility to the sport of boxing in some sense to face Joshua and to face Fury?
For crying out loud, is Kate Abdo the best over there so far on PBC? Now, don't get me wrong. Abner Maris and Sean Porter have been holding it down. But for crying out loud, that woman deserves some motherfucking respect. Like, she was the one, and I did a little poll. She was the one during the Fox broadcast, the pay-per-view, that was the only one that was really, really on her shit. Lennox was cool, but Lennox kept getting harassed by Joe Goosen. Let's run that back because look at Wilder's face. Like, he was like, oh, shit, she on her shit. Let's go back. Great question.
Be able to handle business come May 18th.
Talking about the future, I hear you saying that you're betting on yourself. I do think that there was a real sense of hope, though, Deontay, that the competition between you, between Fury, between Joshua could really restore greatness to the heavyweight division. Do you feel that in any way with your decision we've taken a step further away from that happening? And do you feel a responsibility to the sport of boxing in some sense to face Joshua and to face Fury?
No, I don't think it takes away from it at all. You know, at the end of the day, although I'm going along with my career on my own, doing my own thing.
So let's just clarify that. He is a free agent. But you know how that Al Haymon free agency works. It's like you can say you're a free agent, but really you're aligned with Al Haymon PBC, and PBC is aligned with Showtime and Fox. So, you know, they can say that, and I understand that, you know, like when it comes to the zone, they're giving you they're giving out guaranteed money. But Wilder's side seems to feel that, you know, they can make more money, and they want to be, they can make more money by, you know, their model, which will be the pay-per-view model. But also maintaining his independence by like, hold up, I'm not hoeing out to you. I got my own shit. I'm on Showtime, Fox. You know, Fury, you're on ESPN. Joshua on the zone. So I get that part where he's like, yo, I'm going to stay with my, y'all got your own shit. I'm not going to, you know, I get that part. And eventually they all going to have to come together to get some shit done. They got to. But how? You know, and right now they're all running out of opponents. And who's running out of opponents more? You know, you have to think, like Joshua has all 3 belts. He wants that other one. Mandatories are positioning themselves around Deontay Wilder. He knows that guys like Dylan White. Don't you think that Showtime, CBS, and Fox and ESPN and DAZN, they know that those purse bid wars are coming with Tyson Fury, likely fighting Tom Schwartz for the WBO mandatory spot? Purse bid right there. That's WBO. Boom. Dylan White's supposed to be meeting with the WBC to be the next mandatory, but when will the WBC allow him to be the mandatory? Will they say to Wilder, okay, well, if you beat Breazeale, then you have to fight another mandatory after that, or you're allowed one voluntary, and then you fight a man? It's weird. Then you got the WBA positioning themselves with guys like Trevor Bryan, motherfucking Fresno Quindo. What the fuck? Moves have got to be made. And one thing people are wondering is, what kind of bag is Showtime money, financial security, has Showtime or Al Haymon or PBC or Fox given Deontay Wilder? What have they told him for him to be like, all right, we cool. We staying over here. Y'all going to take care of me. Remember that number one variable. He's got to always keep winning. All of them. In my opinion, right now, he has more to lose out of all the heavyweights. You know why? It's because he turned down all that money. But guess what? That also makes him the motherfucking man. You can be mad at him all you want. You can say, what the fuck? He really don't want to fight. He turned down $100 million to duck AJ. I don't believe that one bit. It's politics. It's chess. I want to see that motherfucking fight. But the fight could have fucking happened, and it was close to happening. Instead, well, whatever. I'm not here to take sides. I know what y'all think. You're going to go with the black fighter and the American fighter. And I'm not into all that shit. I don't get emotionally involved. I just want to see the fights, and I'm going to call it like I see it. And they got to have something planned for them to turn down all that money. Did you notice Lou DiBella wasn't at the press conference? He was the one that set up the meeting with DAZN. So Wilder did his part, along with Al Haymon and Shelley Finkel. They sat down with John Skipper of DAZN, correct? They had the meeting. You had to think that it was DiBella there, Wilder, Skipper, Al Haymon, and Shelley Finkel. Eddie Hearn has nothing to do with it. However, don't get it twisted. Eddie Hearn still does eat off of DAZN. Even if Wilder would have had his own deal, even if Golovkin's deal has nothing to do with Eddie Hearn, he still eats off of, because he's considered the especially among the LDBC, even if they don't want it, he's considered like the spokesperson, the unofficial spokesperson of DAZN, whether he wants to be or not. But I'm sorry, I can't see, man. You turn it down that much money guaranteed, but we don't know what was in the contract. We don't know what it. We don't know if we don't know. We only know what's on that surface level. We only know what's on that surface level. And if he would have went over to DAZN, he wouldn't have had. It would have been him and Al Haymon working for John Skipper, if you really look at it. Especially for guaranteed money, you got to make some moves. You got to move when they say move. Let's listen to a little bit more.
I'm free to move about as I please. Those guys is locked up, have bosses. They have to, go under a certain network and do certain things. I move any way I want, and with that being said, I'm more flexible than those guys. Look, we're still in we're still in talks with all the parties. So the fights is gonna happen. It's just gonna be a matter of time of when. And when it happens, it's going to be the best thing that ever happened. The thing about us as being humans, we want things right now. We don't understand the definition of patience.
I do.
Wait. We want things done right now. We want it now. And in boxing, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Certain things takes time, especially the best fights, takes time to marinate. It takes time to develop. And the contracts and negotiation must be right, because at the end of the day, I always talk about risking our lives as fighters. When I say that, I talk for all fighters. Put respect on all fighters' name, because we're risking our life for others' entertainment, and it don't get no serious than that.
Now, Deontay, the business is out the way, and now you're looking at Dominic Breazeale. So let's talk about him. He doesn't have the name of Anthony Joshua, of Tyson Fury. Why Dominic Breazeale? Why now?
With Dominic.
Yeah, we're short on time. I'm gonna have to do a whole preview video on Wilder versus Breazeale to talk about predictions, and how many of you have given Dominic Breazeale a chance? Remember, it only takes one shot. And looking at skill-wise, he's not the better boxer than Deontay Wilder. You know? But, you know, only time will tell. So, this is a whole saga. You know, in fact, how many days into the fight? Okay, Google. How many days until May the 18th?
57 days.
Yeah, see? We got a whole saga. We got a whole bunch of videos to do on Wilder versus Breazeale. And let me tell you, I am not going to keep talking about Joshua in all of my Wilder videos. I'm not going to keep talking about Fury in all of my Wilder videos. All three of those guys have fights within the same 30 days. You know, so this is not one of those channels where I'm going to be talking about Joshua Wilder every video. And who's ducking who? No. We got undercards to talk about. We got fights to talk about. We got fights to promote. And the fight right now is Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale for the WBC 100 WBC Heavyweight title in the Barclays Center. Shout out to Fred. Not that Fred. Fred Morris, new member of Fight View 360. He's going to be covering this fight. We got some more content coming from the press conference. We are back monetized again. We are unblacklisted. 92 days working for free, not working for the zone, despite what people may think. You know how, like, you can put a glove up in the background and people be so goddamn dumb. They're like, oh, look, he's working for the zone because he supports them. No, I'm advocacy for all boxing. We're going to talk about the zone going up to $20, too. A lot of videos coming. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.